So Jonah is also facing multiple lawsuits related to the luxury jewelry business.
Not just Jonah, other individuals, and hurting my business. We're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media.
That you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded yet.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
Let me tell you what $1 billion looks like when it disappears. Not slowly, not through bad investments or market crashes, or the kind of financial misfortune that can happen to anyone who takes calculated risks with serious money, but through the specific, quiet, calculated betrayal of a man you trusted completely, a man you called your friend, a man you defended publicly, repeatedly, and loudly, even when people around you were raising serious questions about his character. Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather, the man who built an entire identity around financial supremacy, who made wealth his personal brand and his most prominent public statement, is now standing in a courtroom claiming he was robbed, not in a ring, by the person sitting closest to him. That is the story we are covering today, and it is considerably more complicated than the headlines suggest. Part 1, the lawsuit. On the record,
ESPN seeks to recover hundreds of millions of dollars, misappropriated funds, and damages resulting from a long-running and elaborate scheme of financial fraud, breaches in fiduciary duty, and conspiracy orchestrated by Floyd J. Mayweather's former manager and advisor.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has filed a lawsuit seeking to recover hundreds of millions of dollars in misappropriated funds. The complaint alleges financial fraud, breaches of fiduciary duty, and conspiracy. The named defendant is Jonah Renitz, described for years in Mayweather's own public statements as his right-hand man, his trusted advisor, his close associate, and his friend. The specific claims are extensive: stolen money, fake investments, unauthorized bank transfers, missing jewelry, and the alleged fraudulent sale of Floyd Mayweather's private jet, the one he signed over, reportedly.
Week for Floyd Mayweather, let's go. So now he has filed a $175 million lawsuit against his business partner, Jonah Renitz. So the name should be familiar to you. He has been described as Floyd Mayweather's right-hand man for decades. Also, he has been named in several lawsuits with Floyd for them being involved in scams themselves. The lawsuits include allegations for fake exhibition fights, allegations for unpaid jet bills, unpaid jewelry, unpaid services provided. But in turn, now Floyd is suing him and saying, hey, I never saw this stuff. You have scammed me out of jewelry. You have scammed me out of money. You've scammed me out of real estate. And so this is a big, massive lawsuit, guys. What's also interesting is Floyd has had an interesting support for the Israel community. Jonah Renitz is a member of a prominent Jewish Orthodox family. I'm curious if he's going to continue to have the same set of support. I'm also curious to say if he's going to prevail in the other lawsuits. Is this a way for him to get out of it, or these false allegations against Jonah?
Without fully understanding the paperwork in front of him, $175 million. That is a figure attached to this specific lawsuit. And that is before you account for the separate lawsuit filed against Showtime Networks and longtime advisor Al Heyman, which carries a figure of $340 million. Money Mayweather claims was funneled through accounts controlled by Heyman during the years of his most lucrative fights and never properly delivered to the man who earned it. Let those numbers sit for a moment. Not one lawsuit. 2 different defendants, different allegations. Combined claims approaching $500 million. And this is from a man who has publicly, repeatedly, and enthusiastically insisted that he is not broke. Part 2, who is Jonah Renitz.
And you know Floyd Mayweather as probably the richest and one of the most dominant boxers in the history of the sport. But now Floyd is stepping into the courtroom to fight for money he claims that he was never paid, and he wants justice on his terms.
Understand why this lawsuit lands so differently than a typical celebrity business dispute. You need to understand who Jonah Renitz actually is and what his relationship with Mayweather actually looked like from the inside. Renitz is from a prominent Jewish Orthodox family in New York. He has been described consistently, not by his own PR, but by Mayweather himself, As a central figure in Floyd's business operation for years, the man who handled important financial matters, the man Floyd trusted not 10%, not 50%, but 100%, his exact words, delivered with applause in a public setting. This is not a case of Floyd Mayweather being deceived by a stranger who gained access to his finances through a gap in his security. This is a case of a man who was embedded at the core of everything Floyd owned, everything Floyd earned, and everything Floyd planned to build.
Even Floyd, like you make yourself like we got issues over your anger. He's still the best fighter out there. Until somebody beat him, that's who he is.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone.
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money.
And it took been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone. Trust me. Now it's like if you call him, he'll be at your local hosting in a nightclub because you need that action.
Over a sustained period, with full access and full trust, Renitz has a prior legal history that is relevant and documented. He pleaded guilty in a high-profile NYPD bribery case in 2016 and subsequently became a key cooperating witness in 2 federal investigations, including one into NYPD corruption. That history was publicly known. Critics and former associates raised it repeatedly in the years before this lawsuit was filed. Floyd Mayweather's response to those concerns, expressed in multiple recorded settings, was unambiguous. He said the friends he chose were the friends he chose. He said trust was not conditional. He said Jonah was his friend, and he would always love him. Those statements are now attached to a lawsuit calling Renitz a thief, a snake, a liar, and a rat, posted publicly on Instagram by Mayweather himself. Under a photograph of the two of them together, the distance between those two positions is not a minor revision. It is a complete reversal of everything Floyd said publicly for years. Part 3, the Showtime lawsuit and Al Heyman. The Renitz lawsuit is the one generating the most immediate attention, partly because of the personal dimension.
He asked me to help him, so I could stop them from using TMT as their logo right now. Because
you wouldn't do that because y'all cool again.
Yeah, I'm just not chasing it. But to be honest with you, I incorporated TMT in Delaware while he was incarcerated. Because he didn't sign the paper doesn't mean the corporation is invalid. So I could actually, technically it trademarks the term of it because his entire corporation is built on it. So I could tell you, you can't have TMT socks. You can't have that TMT shirt you got on. He don't understand that because he's just not. I just said it and he won't be able to figure out that I could do that.
Damn, you and this guy, man. I thought y'all was good again.
We are good. I just don't understand why he having the conversation. How am I coming up in conversation? I don't even care about what they're doing.
So there's still some static.
No, it only happens when it's time.
Got it.
It's time to build some type of energy or some sort of press. Right. It's time to make a fight.
And partly because of Floyd's Instagram post. But the lawsuit against Showtime Networks and Al Heyman is arguably more significant in terms of what it reveals about the financial architecture surrounding Mayweather's career at its peak. Floyd Mayweather's career generated over $1 billion in revenue. The Canelo fight, the Pacquiao fight, the McGregor fight, these were cultural events that transcended boxing and produced pay-per-view numbers that will likely never be matched in combat sports. The money was real. The scale of it was documented. The allegation in the Showtime lawsuit is that a significant portion of the funds generated through those events never reached Mayweather's hands in full. That money was funneled through accounts controlled by Al Heyman. That Showtime Networks, through then-executive Stephen Espinoza, aided and facilitated that arrangement. The legal claims include breach of fiduciary duty, civil conspiracy to commit fraud, conversion, and unjust enrichment. Mayweather is seeking the $340 million he claims is missing plus punitive damages on top of it. Teddy Atlas, who has never been shy about expressing opinions that make powerful people uncomfortable, acknowledged that he was never a fan of Espinoza and said he never believed Espinoza was a man who kept his word. He was careful to note
you've made probably over $800 million, and you need more money for whatever reason, it's tough, you know, to live that lifestyle, to have that many cars, to have that many houses, to have that big of an entourage, to constantly be traveling the world, buying $1.5 million watches and things like that, you know. Jet fuel is not cheap. Okay, we're complaining about gas prices out here. Jet fuel's not cheap, you know. All I gotta say is, ultimately, rich people problems. I really don't have nothing else to say, you know. That's when you hear that.
He did not know the full truth of what the lawsuit alleges, but he did not defend Espinoza either. The broader picture that emerges from both lawsuits simultaneously is a man who was, by his own telling, surrounded at every level of his financial life by people who appear to have systematically extracted value from the empire he built with his fists. Part 4, 50 Cent and the reading problem. You cannot tell this story honestly without addressing two things that the mainstream coverage tend to treat as separate issues. The first is 50 Cent. Their public rivalry has been one of the defining entertainment feuds of the last decade. 50 has consistently, publicly, and specifically mocked Mayweather over his well-documented struggles with literacy. The reading challenge, the Harry Potter offer, the jokes about Floyd signing documents without understanding what they said. Those jokes are no longer just jokes.
Widely known, we're in New York. He pleaded guilty in a high-profile NYPD bribery case back in 2016.
Yes.
He later became a key cooperating witness in 2 federal investigations, one into NYPD corruption. And your friendship predates that period.
Because the lawsuit against Renitz includes an allegation that Floyd was tricked into signing paperwork that transferred ownership of his private jet. Floyd Mayweather, a man whose documented difficulty with reading has been public knowledge for years, allegedly signed over a multi-million-dollar asset without fully grasping what he was signing. 50 Cent's response to the news landed with precision that his entire public commentary on this situation had been building toward. He posted telling Floyd to call him, that they would get the money back quickly, while noting pointedly that Floyd had bought all those buildings in cash. And then there is a separate detail 50 mentioned on a podcast that Mayweather had at some point come to him for financial help, that he had asked 50 to assist him. Whether that specific claim is accurate or embellished in the telling is a matter only those two people can verify. But the fact that 50 Cent raised it, knowing it would reach Floyd and knowing the context it would land in, suggests it is not entirely invented. The second issue is the pattern itself. Mike Tyson saw it clearly when he commented on Mayweather's situation. He said Floyd seemed to be going through something similar to what he himself had experienced. The moment of realizing that the people closest to you may not be...
My mother been through it all. I've been through it all, but I'm here. I love God. You know, I get down on my knees. I pray every day to become a better person. I'm gonna continue to work hard. And Jonah is my friend. I will always love Jonah. Ayala is my friend, and I'm here to continue to work hard, build my real estate portfolio, and inspire. There's certain people in this room that's looking to go to the next level. If you hear my story, if I did it, you can.
You believe them to be. That wealth and fame attract proximity. And proximity is not loyalty. That the friends you want and the friends you actually have are sometimes very different people. And reality eventually makes that distinction impossible to avoid. Tyson said it without malice. He said it from experience. And given what Tyson lost and how he lost it, his perspective carries more weight than most. Part 5, the financial reality underneath the brand. Here is where the honest analysis gets uncomfortable for anyone who has spent years watching Floyd Mayweather position financial invincibility as his core identity. The brand was always Money Mayweather. The backpacks full of cash. The watches open in front of cameras, in cases lined with velvet. The Instagram posts showing private jets with an S appended. Not one jet, but multiple. The houses, the cars, multiple of the same model in identical colors. The entourage that traveled everywhere and cost a fortune to maintain around the clock. Keith Thurman made the point that you can earn $800 million and still feel...
My business is to build generational wealth and help the kids that's coming after me, and not just the kids. A lot of the kids that's in the inner city, struggling black children, struggling black mothers, like my mother. I took risks to get to where I'm at. And the friends that I choose are the friends that I choose. That's just what it is.
So it hasn't affected your ability to trust him as a business partner, because trust is integral to business.
I trust Jonah, not just 10%, 20%, 100%. 100%, yes.
Feel financial pressure if the lifestyle overhead is extreme enough. Private jet fuel is not cheap. Watches that cost $1.5 million are not investments. An entourage of dozens of people whose livelihoods depend entirely on your continued willingness to fund their presence represents a fixed cost that does not scale down easily once it is established. Joe Rogan identified what he called the tap mentality, the psychological state of a person who has earned at such an extraordinary level that money feels inexhaustible, like a tap, just flowing, with no natural reason to ever slow down, because it never had to slow down before. Rogan's broader observation is one that applies across combat sports and applies to Mayweather specifically. The financial literacy that would allow an athlete to manage extraordinary wealth does not arrive automatically with the wealth itself. Most fighters grew up without financial education, without role models who knew how to build and protect generational wealth, and without the institutional structures that wealthy...
To ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. The bucket of ice, man.
Families use to preserve money across generations. What they get instead is a sudden, massive influx of money and a circle of advisors, managers, and associates whose compensation depends on that money continuing to move, not to accumulate, not to compound, to move. That ecosystem produces a specific vulnerability that Floyd Mayweather is now trying to litigate his way out of. Part 6. What Floyd actually said. Floyd Mayweather has responded to the bankruptcy narrative with his full arsenal of public defiance. 2 private jets. No. 3 100 buildings. Millions coming in every month. He has consistently and forcefully pushed back against any...
Meanwhile, Floyd has also filed a separate case against Showtime and longtime advisor Al Heyman, accusing them of financial misconduct and claiming they improperly handled and withheld millions of dollars connected to business deals.
Floyd Mayweather
suggestion that he is in financial trouble. And I want to be precise about something, because the coverage often collapses 2 different things into one. Floyd may genuinely still be wealthy. He may genuinely still have significant assets. The lawsuit does not require him to be broke to be valid. A man who still owns substantial real estate can simultaneously be owed hundreds of millions of dollars that were taken from him without authorization. Those 2 things are not contradictory. What the lawsuits reveal is not necessarily that Floyd Mayweather is broke. What they reveal is that Floyd Mayweather, at the peak of the most lucrative boxing career in history, did not have adequate control over the money his career was generating. That people with access to his finances made decisions and transactions that he either did not know about or did not fully understand. That the empire was real, but...
filed a lawsuit in California against Showtime Networks and Steven Espinoza, claiming they helped his former advisor, Al Heyman, misappropriate a huge chunk of his fight earnings to the tune of $340 million. Mayweather says the money is still missing and unaccounted for, and he's now suing Showtime and Espinoza for aiding and abetting breach of fiduciary duty, civil conspiracy to commit fraud. Ooh, that's a serious accusation there. Conversion, unjust enrichment, and he's seeking punitive damage on top of the missing $340 million. So why is Floyd suing him, and what is he claiming? Well, Floyd argues that during his legendary career, where he generated $1 billion in revenue plus and pay-per-view money, a significant portion of the funds that he made through those events, through his fights, didn't make it into his hands because they were funneled through accounts controlled.
The foundation beneath it was built on misplaced trust rather than structural accountability. That is a different story than bankruptcy. It is a worse one in some ways, because the money was there. All of it. The $1 billion was real. And according to Floyd, a significant portion of it was taken quietly, systematically by the people he trusted most while he was focused on the one thing he knew how to do better than anyone alive: fight. Part 7, What Comes Next? Here is where this story stands right now and where it is heading. 2 major lawsuits are active simultaneously. The claims total hundreds of millions of dollars. The defendants include a decades-long close associate, one of boxing's most powerful former network executives, and a longtime advisor who shaped the financial structure of Floyd's career at its most commercially significant moments. Floyd's credibility in the courtroom will be affected, at least in part, by his own prior public statements. He defended
There's fully in there. I know Steven Espinoza was named. He ran Showtime at the time. He was named him. I never was a fan of Espinoza. Again, I'm not afraid to say and not mince my words when I feel a certain way. And and I've taken arrows for it, and of course I've also taken some praise for it. That people say, "Hey, Teddy's going to say what he feels." I was never a fan of him. I never thought he was a man that kept his word. I never thought he really did a great job over at Showtime. I mean, they put some good fights on because the fights were available, because the landscape made it available. Where there was, there was a lot of job shortages in the business, if you will, and people are eager, of course, to fight on a platform like Showtime if you're going to pay them. A lot of fighters available, and you didn't have to be talented to put on good fights at Showtimes. Like I said, there weren't a lot of places to go. There was a lot of unemployment. There were not a million places to go and get paid. So if there was a place, boom, there was a line of people.
Minutes on camera, repeatedly, and with full-throated conviction. He called the relationship a 100% trust partnership. Those statements exist, and the defense will use them. On the other side, the lawsuit's allegations are specific, documented, and supported by financial records.